Hello, gorgeous. Welcome in. So good to see you. You're tuning into Phocused Wellness here. So we do readings and healings that are guided by spirit. So, we use tarot cards and oracle cards, and then we decide upon a healing at the end of it just to really help, drive in or clear out the messages that we get via the oracle cards. So I want to thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and like and subscribe and comment and do all that fun stuff that you already know how to do here on YouTube, just to let me see that you're resonating with these readings. So today we are doing a reading about what needs to be cleared out for the rest of the year. Like, obviously 2025 is closing out super quickly, and this is a timeless reading, so maybe it's just a cycle of your life. It could be before your birthday or a special moment in time for you. Whenever you're finding this is, I think has a message for you. So if you hear me say things about, closing out the year or 2026 or whatever, you can ignore it if you're not watching this, before 2026 or, in the near future. I'm filming this in December. So just take it for what it is, and whatever resonates, keep. What doesn't resonate, you can leave behind. It's all good. And so we have two decks to choose from. We have Starseed, What Lights You Up. This is pile 1. And then we have Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. This is pile 2. These are both from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. So take a moment to tune in, take a couple deep breaths, align with which one is speaking most to you. And while you're doing that, I'll just remind you that there's a lot of, people out there pretending to be others. I will never reach out to you. So if you want to reach out to me for a reading or for a session, or for a healing, you can find the info down in the description box below. But just know that I'll never reach out to you because I think that's kind of creepy. And I'll just reach out to, I'll wait for you to reach out to me if you want to work with me. In the meantime, go ahead and pick your deck and we'll jump in. Okay, hello, beautiful pile 1. Thanks for tuning in. Let's check out to see what you need to release before the end of the year so you can start 2026 fresh. So I've already cleansed and shuffled and built out a couple little stack of cards here for you, just to kind of get things going and not waste your time by watching me shuffle. So let's get into it and see what we got going on. First, we have the Work Your Light Oracle cards, and we'll start here. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Feels apropos for this year, I would say. And then we also have Starseed. What lights you up? So I think what I'm initially getting here is a bit of a duality here of what's triggering you is not what's lighting you up, or what's lighting you up is triggering other people. And then that's bringing another trigger into you. So I think it's about finding your calling and really grounding in your truth here of what makes you happy. Because what makes you happy will then build out to others. And that way, then what gets mirrored back to you will be less triggering because it's more authentic to you. Because it's more about what you love. And what you love brings more energy into the universe, which then gets mirrored back to you. Deep already. Let's go. All right. And now we have Modern Witch tarot cards, everyone's favorite. We have King of Pentacles, the Chariot reversed, Four of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and Three of Swords. Gosh. It feels like to me there was something really on your bucket list. Your King of Pentacles is about being in your element, being the best at your craft, being wealthy and successful, and, all of these wonderful things brought into manifestation in your life. But then something happened. And there's definitely a heartbreak here, as we can see over here on the side from the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords. But what happened in the middle? The Chariot here, reversed. So you felt like you were going somewhere. You felt like you were taking off. You felt like this was your destiny, with a major arcana card here, that it was written in your fate. But it's reversed, which means that the energy was backwards and it wasn't working in your favor and it was working against you. Except for the fact that nothing is ever fully against you, because Spirit, always makes sure that it's for your highest good and for your highest learning. So maybe the setback that you saw from where you thought you were going to be, King of Pentacles, top of the hill, a leader at work, or, just like really bringing in the money and sitting on your throne and being successful and having all the material things that you've desired, all of a sudden was stalled. That energy has just been stalled, it feels like. And so then you were like clinging on to it to be like, oh shit, I got to hold on to my stuff because it's going to go away and I feel like I need to hang on to it. And I need to see my material stuff. I need to see what's happening here. And I need to be in this physical reality instead of knowing that Spirit has your back. And it's always for your highest good here. So then what it led to, from you feeling like you need to hold on and cling really tightly, is the Five of Cups, which is, as we all know, 3 spilt cups, and that's what you're looking towards. But the reality is there's still these 2 cups over here, which are full of love and adventure and fun and all these, great emotions that come into life. But we're so focused on what we've lost here. It could be material, it could be, a home, it could be, moving cities or having to move away from a city that you really loved. It could be any of those particular things here, because I'm seeing especially city in the background, city in the background, city in the background, city in the background. Maybe you've moved away from someplace that you that you loved living, or maybe, you thought you were going to move somewhere and it just didn't work out this year. You know what? It's okay. It's all in divine timing, really. And that's what I think the 2 of Cups here is still trying to remind us, that there's still blessings here. It seems like, your wine has spilled and the water has spilled, and it's all things to be really sad over, the 3 of Swords. But in reality, there's still maybe a glimmer of things to, look forward to. And obviously, sorry, my throat's squeezing up a little bit here, because I think the 3 of Swords it's really, as we know, about like heartbreak and just like feeling like you've been stabbed in the heart. It's a rainy day. All these bad things are happening. Why isn't my life going the way I want it to? It's that sort of energy, which is what has, brought us to this stuckness. And I think that's maybe where, what's triggering you, because it's not lighting you up. And I think these 2 things might still be lighting you up. And so that's what we have to move forward to. But I think this year, what's really about releasing is the idea of, we thought we were going to be here, life happened, and now we're here. And you know what? Sometimes we got to take things away, or Spirit has to take things away so we can start over anew and start at the new year fresh, right? And we got to just embrace what's happening, understand that there are things that Spirit is giving to us that we might not see and we might not recognize. We think it's only bad things that are being taken away from us. But in reality, maybe the new step is going to light you up. Maybe by having less burdens, especially in the material sense, will bring you, closer to Spirit, or closer to your creativity, or just closer to something that makes you happy, that you can bring into the new year. Yeah, I think that's what I'm getting from these cards here. So let's see what else. Now we have the Spirit Allies, which is a really cool little deck. And let's see what could maybe help you either let go or bring something in. So we have Airbid. Never heard of that. Oh, gosh. Spirit's really testing me here today. Hochikatazal? We'll look these up. I don't know what that is. Then we also have the sign of Cancer. So maybe there was something during Cancer season, or you're a Cancer, or something, this situation is about, it's sort of that Cancer, like something really tender, but having your claws out and pincers out because you're trying to protect, that soft inner heart of yours that's been heartbroken already. Okay, well, let's look at the little deck here, guidebook here, to see what these other ones are, and we'll read them out loud. Okay, we'll start with Air Mid. Honor nature's ability to heal. The goddess of herbal healers and sacred herbs, Arid is a Celtic goddess who is strongly connected to the tradition of herbalism. It is said that in grieving the loss of her brother, the tears she cried sprouted into a healing herb for every area of the body. Arid is a reminder of the healing properties of the earth. The planet has cared for generations and generations before you, and that herbal knowledge is rooted in history and can be traced back thousands of years. Whether you're an experienced herbalist or an evening tea drinker, herbs may have touched your life in one way or another. Your body is in tune with plant medicine, so take some time to connect deeper with them. You could do this by spending time in nature, turning to resources to identify herbs and native plants in your area, or by working with an herbalist or a naturopath to explore how you could include herbs in your life. So the journal prompt is, what herb do I want to know more about? So I think that's true. It's like turning away or using the heartbreak and then letting the earth heal you and nature heal you, and a lot more than natural elements to provide for you in this time of moving away from heartbreak and into a healing time. Okay, and number 12. I'm going to say it and I'm going to fuck it up here. Sorry. I see beauty in everything. Oh, good. Pronounced here. Xochitl Quetzal. Okay. Is the Aztec goddess of fertility and household arts and is deeply connected to the natural world. She is often presented as a beautiful, youthful woman accompanied by a band of colorful birds and butterflies. She is also a patron saint of desire and sexual experiences, woo, embodying the enjoyment of all the beautiful things this world has to offer. You're being called to connect to the beauty and wonder that surrounds you. As the goddess of pleasure, she encourages you to explore what pleasure means and embrace your sensuality. Dance and let your body move freely and adorn it in the ways that feel comfortable and vibrant to you. Encourage yourself to stand out and experience the world through new lenses. You could also spend time outside and observe the colors of nature and how lively they may be. Journal prompt for this is, what does pleasure mean to me? I love that. So we're definitely seeing a lot more about connecting with the earth, being more in touch with your body and with sensuality and what lights you up. Again, going back to your starseed card here, what lights you up? What pleasure are you deriving from your life that maybe you lost touch with this year? Maybe that's what it is like, being so focused on your money and your pocket and all the material things just got you away from who your heart is and who your center is and what lights you up and what's sensual and what's exciting and what's adventurous for you. Cool. I love that. Okay, and I got one last card for you. This is the I Am Everything affirmation card deck. So let's see what it wants to say, and then we'll do an energy healing for you. Aw, look at that. I am happy. Number 21. I take control of my happiness. When my happiness depends on others' actions, I am at the mercy of things I cannot control. Instead, I choose to cultivate consistent happiness by focusing on the things I love about myself. I am happy. Oh, I really love that because it goes back and speaks to, the heartbreak that we have encountered from, this past year that we're leaving behind. We're reminding ourselves of what makes us happy and the sensuality and the connection to Mother Earth and letting her support you in this time of change and renewal, I would say. I'd say these Two of Cups here are about renewal and looking towards the future. I really like that. And what I'm getting here too is I think we need to do a root chakra energy healing just really quickly, just to sort of, support you through all of the heartache that you may have been this year, material, again, like your dreams not being, coming into conclusion, or seeing those dreams and having them taken away from you. I think we just need to remind ourselves that we are safe and we are secure, that Mother Earth supports us, and that we are loved by Spirit. Cool. So if you're ready for a little energy healing, let's take a couple deep breaths together. Close your eyes. Make sure you're not driving while we're doing this, or just pause the video and come back to it later. All right, so go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. All right. So we're going to connect with our third eye center. Let that be a golden ball of light in the center of your forehead that connects you to not only yourself and your body, but also to the divine. Next, we're going to clear out all of your chakras. So we're going to take some golden sticky roses. Just let them scrub all over your body, on top of your head, through all of your chakras, down to the bottoms of your feet. Also clear out your aura. Great. And we're going to release those sticky roses and blow them up into gold. Say thank you. And next we're going to really anchor our feet into Mother Earth. I want you to feel so grounded and so rooted. And let the roots from the bottom of your feet go down, 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 down to the center of the earth. You are anchored and you are supported at all times. Let's take away this past year, all of those negative things that happened, all of the dreams that didn't come to realization, or the dreams that did and got taken away. Whether that was money, or moving, or heartbreak, or job loss, or a job that you thought that you wanted and turned out to be kind of shitty. Just let that all pour down through your feet and let Mother Gaia take it. She accepts it because she's supportive. She's here for you. And she wants you to release and release and release. Take a deep breath in. And exhale it all out. Good. So now we're going to use your feet chakras again, but this time we're going to pull in energy from Mother Earth. So what we're just going to do is we're really rooted in. Just let her beautiful energy just come crawling up your feet. So I like to think of it as like a beautiful shimmery brown, just this warm, supportive energy coming up through my feet, ankles, and shins, and calves, up over the knees, to the thighs, the hamstrings, up over my hips. Good. we're just going to let it sit in that root chakra. So just let Mother Gaia's beautiful, supportive, warm, loving energy sit in your root chakra. Feel supported by her wonderful energy. And just know, she's always got your back. Whatever you need, she will provide for you. And right now it's that sense of security and love that's going to let us let go of the heartbreak from this year. And let us be cleansed and renewed to bring in new things in the new year. Just know that you can always access this energy whenever you like. She's always there to release and then renew. I'll leave you here. Enjoy this beautiful energy. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that fun stuff. I love to see your comments. And we'll see you on the next one. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome in. This is your reading for what do we need to release for the end of this year so we can bring in the new year new and fresh and fun and all that good stuff. So I've already, as you saw, cleansed, shuffled your deck. I've cut a few cards already too, just because, well, let's just save us all some time so you don't have to listen to me do all that stuff. All right, so we're going to start with the Work Your Light Oracle cards to kind of set the tone for what your reading is for today. All right, so Spirit, what do we have? The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So what I'm getting here is that you've been shedding, right? So like we get to a point in our lives, I truly feel that, you know, you look around and you're like, is this what I actually want to be doing? Or, you know, I've lived in this certain way for so long. Is it benefiting my highest good? And then Spirit comes in and it's all about transformation and, you know, awakenings and all that amazing stuff. And I can relate to this because, you know, in the past, God, probably like 10, 13 years, I've been on a spiritual journey now of awakening and learning different modalities, you know, and just strengthening my gifts. So I totally believe this, that like, it's going to be our time. It's going to be like a crazy year next year to be able to really activate and move forward and use our gifts to the fullest. I truly believe that's what this is. You've been training for this for lifetimes. It's not even just this life. You know, all the things that you've done have been leading up to this. And now we're at an inflection point of what we're meant here to do. And I kind of want to read from the book here just to get more clarity, because I think this is so cool and I've never seen this card before. So let's read it together. Age of Light, 86. Let's go. Oop, passed it. Okay, Age of Light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Mystics and sages throughout the ages have predicted this period in history, and you decided to incarnate in the middle of it. What? There's no mistake that you are supposed to be here at this time of great change. If you ever feel unprepared or daunted by the path that is calling you, know this. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're way more than the days that have breathed through you in this life. You're also all the lifetimes that came before. All of these experiences have polished your soul into the most magnificent expression that is your authentic self. Your soul has many facets. Imagine a fingerprint. Your soul is 1,000,000 times more intricate than that. If you put together all of the fingerprints of all the people you have been, you would not even get close to fathoming how much of a unique masterpiece you are. You came in with a clear soul plan. You came in with wisdom beyond your years. This is the part of you that longs to be seen. This is the part of you that is ready to step forward, that is ready to emerge. This is not the lifetime to stay hidden, but to step forth, be seen, and rise. So I want you to look at this card, really take a look at it, because we're gonna, here's the activation for it. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I have received throughout all of my lifetimes. I am ready to embody them all now, without hesitation and without fear. I have been training for this for lifetimes. Wow, that's really powerful, you guys. I think this is, close out the year by shedding out anything that is not serving your soul purpose, that's not going to help you, bring forward into next year what you need to be doing in order to really bring your gifts to the forefront and bring them out into the world. And let's look at the bottom of the deck, because I feel like that is calling to me a little bit. Warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Oh my God, you guys, this is so crazy. I love this so much. So it's just reinforcement of like whatever's been holding you back. Swords are a mental energy. And I know this isn't necessarily a tarot deck, it's an oracle deck, but still it's swords here. It's all about moving forward and being that warrior woman so that you can step into what you're meant to do. You've been called here. You agreed to come to this planet at this time. So let's go. We've been training for this for lifetimes. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so fired up right now. Okay, and now we have the Modern Witch Tarot. So let's see what cards come out of there. We got Knight of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Wands reversed. We have the Queen of Swords reversed. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, a lot of fast energy here going on. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, cool. So what I'm picking up on here, you guys, okay, so we've got a Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, Knight of Swords. Sometimes I read reversals. I feel like in this particular reading, it's really calling out because it's about sort of blocked energy. So it feels like maybe you started this year or have been, in the place where Knights are about bringing forth something. So they're typically the action cards of the tarot, but the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving one. As you can see, this person's on a horse. They usually are in the Knights, but they're holding a pentacle. They're not moving in motion, the opposite of what you'll see for the Knight of Swords. And so they're very thoughtful and deliberate. Like they're holding this coin very carefully and presenting it because they don't want to lose it. They don't want to break it. They don't want to do all of that. So they're taking a moment to pause, and come back to center of what this journey is what I'm getting now. Just sort of like checking in with the soul purpose of why am I on this quest as a knight? What am I meant to be bringing forth and bringing forward? And is this the right path I'm meant to be on? And then I think with the Seven of Wands reversed, the Seven of Wands is usually about a lot of effort, and kind of like fending off your competitors and, holding your place on the top of the hill. And maybe that's what's fallen away from you. Maybe you were on the top of the hill and something got taken away from you. So now you're reflecting back on what am I supposed to be doing? With the Queen of Swords reversed, she's a truth teller. She's all about, hey, this is how it is. I don't care. I'll cut a bitch, but like is very authentically in her voice and not afraid to speak up. And with it being reversed, it gives a signal that you've been afraid to speak up, honey. I think from battling and doing battle and staving off your competitors and trying to reconnect with what you're meant to be doing, that energy has been blocked in terms of moving forward with your voice and moving forward with clarity too, because that's a huge thing with the swords. It's the mental energy. It's about being clear and being decisive and being vocal and being authentic and just moving forward. So it feels like that's what's been blocked because, something has happened in your life where maybe you were at the top or you've just been holding yourself back for a lot. And now you're at a time, you're in an inflection point and you're like, do I really want to keep holding myself back? Does that serve me? Does that serve my calling? Does that serve my purpose? Is that what I'm meant to be doing? Or is this the time now to start activating and rushing forward? Knight of Swords just makes me feel like, making up lost ground and lost time and just rushing. And I would urge you not to rush and not to feel like you've lost any time because, Spirit, the divine blueprint from Spirit, everything is in the right time. you're in the right place at the right time, doing all the right things you need to be doing. So don't ever feel like you're behind or that you need to rush to make up anything or, try and catch up with the rest of whatever it is you're trying to achieve. It could be people at work. It could be friends who are getting married. It could be, like taking off on your YouTube channel. It could be any of that. Don't feel like you're behind. You're not. This is all your divine blueprint. You've been training for this. And then we're going to close it out here with the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about, things have cycles. It's not just about everything continuously going up and up and up. The wheel's always turning. You could be at the top one moment, you can be at the bottom another moment, but it's all about learning the lessons. It's all about the journey, and it's about what you're accumulating. But just know that this is a major arcana card. So this is in your fate. What is for you will never, ever miss you. So I want you to remember that. The Wheel of Fortune is always working in your favor, and it's a good sign. We're letting go of all of this, of feeling left behind, of feeling like you don't know your purpose, because now you do. You know what's going on. You know what you need to do. It's time for the wheel to be turning and for you to go from the bottom to the top and rise, rise, rise. That's what I'm getting there. Okay, so now we're going to move on, and we have Spirit Allies. It's a cute little oracle deck, and I pulled two cards here, sorry. Two cards came out when I was shuffling for you to sort of see what can help support us, either release or bring forward. So, 44, the Raven is the first card. And then 47, the White Buffalo. So let's see what we got. I'm going to take a quick sip of water, because my throat chakra has been a little dense today. Okay, so 44, let's see. Raven. You guys, the cards don't lie. This is so crazy. God, I love this stuff so much. Okay, the Raven, I see the path forward. The mysterious Raven has come to deliver a prophecy, but have no fear, as Raven is a powerful spiritual ally. A messenger between the realms, the bird of the night is wise in the ways of magic in the universe. You're being reminded to tap back into your spiritual practice. Let's go. Raven speaks to the importance of connecting with your guides for even a few minutes every day. Make time to incorporate meditation, journaling, or connecting with your oracle deck so you allow time and space for the divine guidance to stream in. Miracles appear in the smallest of moments, and the third eye is like a fine-tuned instrument. Spending time tuning in with your intuition and deepening your practice will lead you in the right direction. The journal prompt here is, what are a few quick ways that you can incorporate your spiritual practice into your daily routine? Oh my God, I love that so much. So it's basically about going back to, what is your purpose here? The divine spirit is trying to remind you that if you connect in, you'll be given the guidance that you need. And maybe that's what this is. You are kind of feeling really unclear about which way to go and how to get there, and feeling like you're behind in all of these things, like you need to catch up. But really, if you slow down and tune in, you'll be given the guidance that you need in order to, get that wheel turning and come to the age of light. Okay, so let's look at White Buffalo. White Buffalo, I can manifest anything. Across the plains, White Buffalo stands proud against the sweeping winds and wispy grasses. Honored by the Lakota, White Buffalo first appeared as the White Buffalo Calf Woman, a prophet and the teacher of the 7 sacred ways to pray. Holy cow, I love this so much. The White Buffalo is a teacher of the importance of staying grounded when thinking of what you desire. While manifestation is a power that you hold, remember to focus on what will truly make you happy in this lifetime. White Buffalo reminds you of your personal power when you are rooted in your beliefs and remain humble and appreciative for what has already been presented to you. There is so much available to you, but to remain worthy and aligned to receive those gifts is up to you in your spiritual practice. Journal prompt is, in what ways can I stay grounded in my manifestation practice? So again, we're going back to manifesting, but you have to have the vision and tapping into your intuition to know what needs to be brought forth in order to fulfill your purpose here, and in order to manifest what you want. If that's money, if that's love, it's that fun, if it's joy, whatever it is, you got to tap in and make that be part of your purpose, because then you will get what you desire in this life. All right. And then lastly, we have an I am everything affirmation card for you that I pulled. If this doesn't close it out, I don't know what does. We'll read this and then we'll do a quick energy healing. So I am focused. I am focused on achieving my goals through deliberate actions. I take time to feel how it would feel to achieve my dreams. I visualize my desires through a lens of love and happiness. I am focused. And I mean, that's the channel you're on here, right? You're focused. This is about being focused on you and what brings you happiness and your health and love and light and all that. So I love this so much. It's number 11 too. I'm focused. So use that as your affirmation as you close out this year and bring in to your new journey for the next year, because there's a lot coming in. And I think you just got to tap into your spiritual centers, to align with your greater purpose in this life. And have you answered your deepest calling? So this is really an inflection point and a time to release everything that's not serving you and bring forward what you're meant to actually be doing. So I think what we want to do here is just, for an energy healing, I'm thinking about just like a cleansing and a releasing ritual. And then we can open up your third eye a bit and just keep that line of connection with the divine open. Okay? So if you're ready, I want you to put your feet on the ground. Make sure you're not driving. Pause this if you are. Come back to it later. Make sure to get your healing here super quick. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes. And we take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take another deep inhale in. And exhale. And last one, in. And exhale out. Continue to breathe through this healing. Don't forget to breathe. It's always the best way to connect back in. And I think what we want to do first is we're going to clean out all of your chakras and all of the stickiness and all of the residue that may have come from this year. And we're just going to clean it out first. So I want you to think of a bunch of golden sticky roses that are going to come into your aura and use them as like scrubbing bubbles. And we're just going to scrub all around. Start at the top of your head in the crown, down to your third eye. Make sure that's super clean and clear. Good. And then go ahead and go down the rest of your body, from the outside and the physical to the spiritual and the inside. Clean out all of your chakra centers. Clean out anything that's just not feeling great for you. If it's a physical pain, if it's mental, spend a little bit of extra time there and just let it go. What you're going to do is with these sticky roses, you're going to let them clean, but then root down your feet down into the earth. And so think about having really long, just, roots down. Go down, 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 down to the center of the earth. And what all of your sticky roses are doing when they're cleaning, you're going to want to flush that through and release it into Mother Gaia. Let her take it for you. Give her a lot of gratitude. Say thank you for taking all of this pain, heartbreak, anxiety, mental fog, sadness, whatever it is that you're feeling. Just release it. And know that it's okay to release it. It's safe to release it. It's not going to serve you in the new year and in the purpose that you need to bring to this earth. Okay. Excuse me. Woo, throat chakra. Got to clear that out for me, apparently. Just release. I want you to let all of that go. We're going to clean out your aura as well. So those sticky roses just clean your aura. Let it be fresh and clean. And then you're going to take those sticky roses, put them outside of your aura, and burst them into gold. And then bye. See you later. Thank you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment to really connect with your third eye. So I want you to think of a golden ball, small little one, in the middle of your forehead, but behind your actual forehead, if that makes sense. Like in the middle of your head, but aligned with where your third eye is, in the middle of your forehead. I want you just to sit with that and feel it. Just feel this golden ball. You can expand it, you can contract it. Just play around with it. I want you to feel exactly where that is. Because that's the center of your intuition. That's what's going to lead you in the right way to fulfill your soul purpose here. So if you're feeling it, what we're going to do now is we're just going to fill you with that divine love. So now that you have the channel open, your third eye is open, I want you to think of just a gold, like a bucket filled with golden liquid above your head and above your crown chakra. And we're going to tip it all into you. So Spirit is tipping into you some wonderful golden warm energy. And this is just to remind you that you are divine. You have divine love in you, pouring into you at all times. So don't ever forget that. I want to thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and like and subscribe and comment and do all that fun stuff. Let me know if you liked this or if you didn't. Hopefully you liked it. But just, keep me posted. And I'll see you on the next one.